Well, good morning and good news. We survived the first leg day of our return to fitness. It always makes me nervous whenever I do legs after having not worked legs for, a couple months or a year or 2 years or whatever it may be, that the next day is just going to be a painful mess. Uh, the thing about today's wake up was that the legs were tired but they weren't sore. So that's huge for me. You could say, hey, maybe you should lift heavier. No, I'm good. I'm good. I will eventually lift heavier on them, but I'm in no race to increase my squat or anything like that. So, hey, we win some, we lose some, and I'm glad we definitely won them. Hopefully now over the next 24 hours, they don't decide to just get really sore or anything like that. Just kind of stay in this tired state. I'm good. We can be tired. I just don't like the sore feeling. So, we also increased our water intake yesterday. It's slowly increasing. I've started to notice that. Not quite at a gallon yet, but it's getting up there. I will probably hit a gallon a day. I've already had a lot of water this morning, and I don't see it slowing down throughout the rest of the day. So, our calories yesterday were nothing crazy. Everything seemed pretty normal. We did pretty good on the intake and everything. So, a lot of protein yesterday, a lot of water, like I said. So, we're in good shape. Okay, moving on to today's report. So we got into the gym about 7 a.m. or so, which a little earlier than normal. Usually it's about 7:30 when I get there, but I was just up and at 'em and ready to go. Kind of makes it easier as you get going. I've noticed that too. It makes it easier and easier over time to get in the gym when you wake up. Just I don't know why that is. I'm sure there's plenty of reasons behind it, but maybe it's just building that habit and your body just gets used to it. So, but we got in there earlier today. I don't really prefer to go like super early, like the 4 or 5, just because I don't feel as focused. But anything after 6 a.m. for me is fair game to get in there to the gym. Okay, upon arrival, we hit 22 minutes on the treadmill. And if you're like, wow, that's really impressive, it's not. That's how long it took me to walk a mile. I did a little bit of intermittent jogging in it, but it was mostly just walking. And it's pretty pathetic. I know, a 22-minute mile. But hey, it's better than a 23-minute mile, Isn't that what they say or something like that? I don't really know. But you got to start somewhere. And for me, on the treadmill for 22 minutes is much better than what I had been doing over the last couple months. So I consider that a win. And, with the situation on my legs, being coming off leg day yesterday, I didn't really want to go all out. They're pretty tired. So looking forward to getting them some rest. But I've also noticed too that in the past, whenever I've just gone full blown, hitting the treadmill or elliptical or whatever it is, cardio wise, right out the gate, trying to hit like 45 minutes, 50 minutes. For me personally, it's just unsustainable. I just can't, I can't do that over several weeks. So I can do it for several weeks, but anything after that, it's kind of fade out from it. And then I just started to resent it. And I go back to just lifting the weights and not really focused on any of the cardio. So I'm looking forward to breaking that cycle this time. I think my plan is pretty good on that. I also, I've kind of gone back and forth over the years. I used to do cardio after I lifted, and that was if I had enough energy left. That was kind of my philosophy. If you got energy to do cardio after you've lifted weights, then you probably didn't lift heavy enough. And I'm sure you probably heard that before. I think that's a pretty common mantra that's out there. But as you get older, like I've said several times already over these blogs or videos or whatever you want to call them, your body just is different. It just responds different, and you kind of gotta get some exercise in, because when you go to the doctor's office, they'll be like, hey, you need to, get more exercise. So I have just resented or just given in to the fact that I'm just going to have to do cardio at the start of the workout because if I don't, I will easily just blow it off and just walk right past the treadmill. Like I used to do, that used to be my cardio was just walking right past the uh, treadmill or stair climber to the bench press. Yeah. Okay. So I'm glad we've had that discussion and got that out of the way. So that's kind of my thoughts on cardio. They have changed over the years. Don't get me wrong. I think that happens for any person that's been in the gym long enough. The focus just changes from yeah, what you wanted to start doing to where you're currently at right now. And I think you just have to realize that. So after we struggled our way through the 22-minute mile, then we proceeded to hit back and the lat muscles, which I really enjoy that day. It's amazing how strong your back can get, and you can't even see it. And there's a lot of good exercises to do when it comes to the backs and lats and everything like that. And it just always feels really good. So I enjoy back and lat day. Um, I don't really know why, other than it just feels good. So, and then of course after that, we were probably on the back and lat lifts for probably close to 45 to 50 minutes. Did pretty good there. And there was no additional cardio after that. Like I said, the legs were sore. There was no let's go experiment on the stair stepper for 10 minutes or anything like that. What I did forget to do, and I should have done this, is they have those stretch racks, which I just absolutely love as I've gotten older. I think they're great to kind of just really stretch out. I don't use them every time, but I probably should have gone over there either at the start or when I finished. And that's just something I got to remember to do every once in a while is get in that stretch rack and just really get stretched out. So it's kind of interesting sometimes when you look over there to see if it's open, there'll be people doing chin-ups and pull-ups and all kinds of stuff, which I don't think the equipment, the apparatus was really designed for. So that can be a little frustrating sometimes, but I guess to each their own. One other thought I've got too on the gym is that when you start going around the same time, there's definitely a core group of folks in there, and they've all got different fitness levels. Some are very fit, and then other ones are, where I am. We're just kind of bumbling along. And it's good to see. A lot of respect to people that can get up and start their day with fitness. I know some people that have to work and jobs and everything like that, so they um, can go after work or in the evening and those type of things, which absolutely nothing wrong with that. But I just feel that if you're in the morning and you're able to go to the gym, you got to think about it. You got a lot of different things you could be doing than just going to the gym, i.e., just laying there in bed, uh, you know, walking around the house, not really doing anything, procrastinating, those type of things. So, for people that are able to go to the gym in the morning and that go to the gym in the morning, I think they're off to a great start on their day, and that's where I try to be at too. Is I just try to get in there and get the workout done and everything along those lines. So now, probably got another question too. If you're wondering what I'm drinking, it's just my recovery coffee. JK, I don't think recovery coffee is a thing, but it's just coffee with some creamer in it. It's kind of interesting. Sometimes when I get done with the gym in the morning, I am starving and it's like, man, let's get some protein or whatever, etc. in me. This morning, I just wanted a cup of coffee. I wasn't actually hungry. I'll eat a little later in the day. I contribute it maybe to the increase in water from yesterday and just this morning, everything like that. It starts making you fuller, like I said in some of the previous videos. Whenever I've had the water intake start ratcheting up, I feel fuller, but it doesn't start right away. It usually takes a couple weeks to kind of get to that. Excuse me. Um, So I don't know. We'll see. Tomorrow could be a whole different ball game. I could get done in the gym and then just run and go and eat, eggs and all kinds of protein. So you just never know. That would be nice one day to be able to get that under control, but we'll kind of see. So just having a cup of coffee as I sit here rambling about my fitness journey. But yeah, coffee. That's just I like it. I don't really do energy drinks just because I'm not real big on the taste of them, and so I will have a cup of coffee or two throughout the day. Well, try to do it in the morning. If anything after noon, it's impossible to sleep, which is just crazy from whenever you were younger and you could just drink coffee until you went to bed and just be fine. But hey, your body changes over time. So I think though once we are going to eat, probably we'll grab a scrambled egg wrap. It's kind of the play for this morning. That may be also lunch too. If not, we'll probably find some protein for lunch. And then for dinner, a little treat tonight. Got chicken breast. We're going to marinate some chicken breast and then get some shrimp. Really enjoy shrimp, and also seafood's just kind of a nice change of pace sometimes. And we'll get that seafood just kind of sauteed up and some olive oil, no butter or anything crazy like that. And that should be pretty good for dinner tonight. And then we get to prepare for chest day tomorrow, which that's always my favorite day. I've always loved chest, bench press. I always do bench press first, and I'll talk more about kind of chest and stuff when I get to that day. But it's just always been probably my favorite day. And I may rotate it. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. I did back today after legs, so there's always possibility next week I'll do chest first and then switch to uh, back the next day, but we'll just kind of see how I feel. And, there's no rush. I think that's the big thing too. From when you're younger and a teenager, even when you play sports, or when you're in high school and you play sports and you have a season, you always got to get ready for the season. There's always like a deadline. You got to prepare for something. Well, you get in your late 20s and 30s and 40s and 50s, 60s or whatever. Like, what are you really preparing for? You're just preparing to live a better life, to be more mobile, to have strength. And, there's no end timeline on that. So I think that's always been kind of a challenge for me. Is just when I was younger, it was always this rush of, man, we got to get in there. We got to just really, make some muscle happen and everything like that. And once you get older, you just realize, this is just part of life. This is the marathon. So just take your time, get in the gym, feel better about yourself. Hopefully you're healthier, and go from there. All right. Hopefully I didn't ramble too much for everyone. Have a great lift today. If you're going to the gym, we are going to get moving here and have a great day.